of Management Studies IGNOU presents an audiobook on the course Mmpc 017 Advanced Strategic Management for MBA program. Presenting Block 4 Strategic Enablers, Unit 12 Innovation, Part 3.
Building creative organizations. Venture teams. A venture team is a temporary grouping of organization members for generating new ideas. So that creative thinking is not stifled, team members are freed of the organization's bureaucracy and in many cases have a separate location and facilities. These separate entities are known as skunk works. Major corporations such as IBM, 3M Company, Dow Chemical, and Texas Instruments have used venture teams to solve technical problems and promote change. Ford Motor Company used a skunk works to keep the new Mustang alive. Faced with tight budgets, tough time constraints, and an uncertain vision of the new Mustang, Ford formed the 400 members Team Mustang. Team members thought of themselves as independent stockholders of the Mustang Car Company. In converted furniture warehouse, got approval to move Ford into chunk teams with responsibility for every chunk of the car. Mustang car companies did away with many elements of the traditional hierarchy and many restrictive rules and procedures. The result? The fundamentally redesigned new Mustang was completed in 3 years and for about $700 million, 25% less time and 30% less money than for any comparable new car program in Ford's recent history. Idea champions. An idea champion is a member of the organization who is assigned responsibility for the successful implementation of a change. The idea champion may be a senior manager or a non-manager, such as the inventor of the idea that has prompted the change. An idea champion will fight resistance to change and will actively pursue resources necessary to carry out the change. Idea champions may be critical to the success or failure of change. For example, Texas Instruments reviewed 50 successful and 50 unsuccessful technical projects. One consistent finding was that every failure also lacked an idea champion. As a result, Texas Instruments set up as its number one criterion for project approval the presence of an idea champion. Intrapreneurship. Many people have praised the flexibility, creativity, risk-taking, and energy that are often associated with small firms and intrapreneurship and have asked how these elements might be instilled in larger organizations. Intrapreneurship is the name given to intrapreneurial activities within a larger organization, and intrapreneurs are essentially internal entrepreneurs. Intrapreneur and entrepreneur have many things in common. For instance, they value creativity and autonomy and have strong desire to achieve. On the other hand, space intrapreneurs work within a corporate system. They face the benefits and constraints of that system. Unlike entrepreneurs, they operate under a corporate accounting system and must report to hierarchical superiors. They do not personally face the financial risk that entrepreneurs do, nor do they enjoy the same rewards. They can draw on the rich financial resources of the corporation. Intrapreneurs may need different competencies to succeed than do entrepreneurs. For instance, intrapreneur must be somewhat skilled at organizational politics, something that entrepreneur may find reprehensible and that may, in fact, motivate them to work for themselves. Further, while entrepreneur must provide their own goals and rewards, intrapreneurs are within the reward system of the formal organization. Two major factors foster intrapreneurial success. First, sponsorship of intrapreneurs is important. Sponsors ensure that the enterprise gets the required resources and they can help temper the grievances of those who feel threatened by the innovation. Many entrepreneurs have several sponsors, lower level sponsors to fend off threatening strategic attacks. Second, there must be suitable reward for entrepreneurship. Traditional rewards for success do not match the risk of innovating or entrepreneuring. Also, the basic reward in most companies is promotion, which does not work well for most entrepreneurs. They seek freedom to use their intuition, take risks, and invest the company's money in building new businesses and launching new products and services. For this reason, a key reward for entrepreneurs is intra-capital. Intra-capital is a discretionary budget earned by the entrepreneur and used to fund the creation of new enterprises and innovation for the corporation. Hoping to grow and compete in a fast-paced market, Bell Atlantic turned to entrepreneurship with great success. Within a few years, more than 130 entrepreneurs had championed more than 100 projects. At least 15 products were on or near the market, and 15 patents had been awarded. Potential revenues estimated from the projects total a minimum of $100 million within 5 years. Similarly, at Xerox, many creative ideas were lost before being turned into marketable products. As a result, Xerox recognized the need to merge entrepreneurs within the corporation. The company formed Xerox Technology Ventures XTV and a venture capital group that allows Xerox to bring creative products to the market through entrepreneurships. XTV has become so successful that it is now a role model for other firms. Creativity and diversity. People referring in gender, age, race, disability status, and sexual orientation bring to organizations a variety of attitudes, values, and perspectives as well as a broad and rich base of experience to address a problem. As a result, as the group became more diverse, the potential for creativity is enhanced. Innovation organizations have generally done a better job than others in eradicating racism and sexism, and they tend to employ more women and non-white men than do less innovative firms. In addition, brainstorming groups made up of diverse ethnic and racial groups produce higher quality ideas than do homogeneous groups. Further, the presence in groups of individuals holding minority views lead to critical analysis of decision issues and alternatives, resulting in consideration of a larger number of alternatives and more thorough examination of underlying assumptions. And because homogeneous groups tend to value conformity and agreement, and their members are sometimes afraid to rock the boat, such groups often discourage critical thinking. Because of this, diversity may foster more open, honest, and effective decision making. Taken together, this all suggests that diversity can yield many benefits for decision making creativity. However, diversity may also increase the potential for misunderstandings and increase conflict and anxiety among members. The challenge is to manage cultural diversity in such a way as to capture its benefits while minimizing potential problems. Company programs to enhance creativity. Firms are using special programs to foster their employees' creativity. Many send their employees on retreats and outings to jolt them out of routine ways of thinking. Quaker Oats Company's executives go horseback riding when they need fresh approaches to budget and marketing problems. American Greeting Company's licensing unit, the characters from Cleveland, which created Strawberry Shortcake and the Care Bears, go for half a dozen weekend retreats in the woods each year where their creative personnel brainstorm, play games, and sketch to come up with creative ideas. At Omron Corporation, a maker of electronic controls, Mid-level employees attend a monthly juku or cram school where they try to think plan as if they were 19th century warlords, private detectives, or Formula One race car drivers. Fujifilm asks its senior managers to study topics such as the history of Venice and the sociology of apes. While such exercise may sometimes appear bizarre or even humorous, they encourage the employees to break out of their corporate shells and think in different ways. Management at the Polaroid Corporation faced situation in which it needed to find a way to develop new photographic products that would enable the company to grow and regain profitability. Summary: the success and survival of companies in today's marketplace depend on creativity, innovation, discovery, and inventiveness. The challenge, therefore, for many companies is to be innovative and creative to bring to the market a stream of new and improved added value products and services that enable the business to achieve higher margins and thus profits to reinvest in the business. Innovation can be defined as the successful exploitation of new ideas. Virtually all companies talk about innovation, and many may actually attempt to do it, but only a few actually succeed in doing it. To be creative, an organization requires an innovation strategy, a strategy that promotes the development and implementation of new products and services. The origin of creativity and innovation lies in a shared vision and mission which are focused on the future. Furthermore, the vision and mission of a creative and innovative organization are also customer and market oriented, focusing on solving customers' problems, among other things. In addition, a structure that supports creativity and innovation, values like flexibility, freedom, and cooperative teamwork is required to promote creativity and innovation. Support mechanisms should be present in an organization to create an environment that will promote creativity and innovation. Rewards and recognition and the availability of resources, namely time, information technology, and creative people, are mechanisms that play this role. The key distinguishing factor between innovative and less innovative firms is the ability of management to create a sense of community in the workplace. Highly innovative companies behave as focused communities, whereas less innovative companies' units behave more like traditional bureaucratic departments. The concept of autonomy appears to be one of central importance for building creative organizations. Operational autonomy encourages a sense of the individual and promotes entrepreneurial spirit, whereas strategic autonomy is more to do with the level of alignment with organizational goals. It appears that firms that are most innovative emphasize operational autonomy but retain strategic autonomy for top management. Innovative companies appears to rely heavily on personalized intrinsic awards, both for individuals as well as groups. Less innovative companies tend to place almost exclusive emphasis on extrinsic awards. Extrinsic rewards are things such as pay increases, bonuses, and shares in stock options. Intrinsic rewards are those that are based on internal feelings of accomplishment by the recipient. Highly innovative companies appear to place equal emphasis on the technical side as well as the social side of the organization. In other words, they look to nurture not only technical abilities and expertise but also promote a sense of sharing and togetherness. Slack is the cushion of resources, which allows an organization to adapt to internal and external pressures. Slack has been correlated positively to innovation. Moreover, it is not just the existence of Slack but also the existence of Slack over time that appears to have positive impact upon innovation. Creativity involves more than the sudden moment of inspiration in which an idea suddenly flashes in the brain. There are 4 stages to the creative process: preparation, incubation, insight, and verification. Good problem solving occurs when managers have many viable creative alternatives to consider. To inspire employees to approach problems creatively and to nurture a creative environment, organizations follow three general approaches. These include hiring creative individuals, applying specific creative enhancement techniques, and developing a creative organization. A wide variety of popular techniques have been developed to enhance creativity, which include Gordon technique, synectics, idea checklists, attribute listing, checkerboard method, and retroduction.
You were listening to the audiobook by the School of Management Studies IGNOU for MBA program. Course code Mmpc 016 International Business Management. Course Coordinator Professor G. Subayama. Voiceover by Chitra. Edited by Savita. Program assisted by Tarannum Jahan and Jagbandhu Jana. Program produced by Dr. Manoj Kumar Singh. This program was brought to you by Electronic Media Production Center of Indira Gandhi National Open University.